It is a very exciting day today. It's been a while since I've been able to record anything because today the engine finally arrived. So I just got out of work. That's why I'm still wearing my polo. And very exciting day. Finally arrived. So one could say, there's a few important things in your life that happens. One is getting married, the birth of your child, and then the third thing that I think it's pretty much comparable is when your new engine arrives, which I believe is the same thing. Don't tell my wife I said that, but the cool thing is, since she doesn't watch these videos, I am able to speak out of my heart. So, very excited. I'm gonna leave work now and going to head home. I'll try not to get a speeding ticket because I really want to get home. So, very exciting. So I finally made it home. Felt forever. But pulling up to the driveway. Very excited. I don't know what's gonna happen. What's on the other side of those garage doors? Alright.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Preparing the Krabby Patty!
There it is. What I've been waiting for a good while, and it was well worth the wait. Alright, let's go ahead and take a closer look. Alright, here it is. Very, very excited to finally open this. Feels like it's Christmas already. I am so excited I finally got here. I'm pretty sure I said that already a million times already. So the plan for this video, what I'm going to do is kind of just do like an unboxing. It's not really an unboxing, more like a revealing or something along those lines. And then I'm going to talk about things that are going to be different with this new build as compared to the last build. And there's some more things that I ordered from the last video that I posted about parts that I've ordered and whatnot. So I'll go into a little bit more detail here in a little bit. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead, open that up, look at all the goodies, look at the engine, closer look, and yeah. So, very excited. In order to free this up, I'm going to go ahead get the drill out, remove these screws, remove the 2x4s, cut open the saran wrap and remove the straps, and then I'm going to use the engine hoist to come and pick it up and try to reposition it and store all this out of the way for the time being, and then yeah, get a closer look of what's inside. Alright, here it is, all unwrapped, new to me engine. So I'm going to talk about what comes with it. So this scenario might be different than yours if you do get your stuff sent over to Alex and he returns it back. So I did get a big old giant vinyl sticker, and I got two little ones as well. And I requested when I did get the engine to send me the dipstick assembly and also the oil cooler, because my oil cooler got cracked because of that cylinder 1 with that rod being removed. He did not put in the valve covers or the valve gaskets for these because I am going back and forth if I'm gonna use these or use the ones that I already have, which are the wrinkle gunmetal gray color. So I'll probably go with the gunmetal gray color, so I'll put these on the other valve covers and I'll just hold on to these valve covers for, I don't know, for parts, or maybe I'll sell them later down the line, but I'm not exactly sure yet. As I already mentioned earlier today, there's going to be new things that's going to be done to this new build as compared to the first build with the VF kit. So Alright, so in the box was obviously the oil cooler, which is right there. And then a new thing that was kind of like a last minute purchase was a new fuel pump. So this is going to be a new upgraded fuel pump. I did go ahead and buy a new, where is it? It's right here. So with that new fuel pump, I have to get this like a fuel pump bracket. It's by 034 Motorsport. So this is a new thing that I purchased. So that's going to be able, so I can, so this can go, I'll figure it out once the time comes to install this and replace the old factory fuel pump, because again, so I did the fuel injectors and the last and a new MAF sensor, and the only thing that was in my mind that could have been the next bottleneck was the fuel pump. So Alex sold me his old setup for the fuel pump, and this is not for E85 compatibility. So I don't plan at all going E85 with this. This is just going to be 100% pump gas. So I want to keep this build as simple as possible. I don't want to have too much going on with the car. There's already enough going on with it. I don't want to make it more complicated. And so that's the fuel pump. And here it is. This is the smaller pulley. So this is also by AMTuned. So this is a smaller pulley compared to the can't think in my head, the stock VF pulley. So with this pulley, I am projected to make around 12 to 13 psi as compared to the old pulley that came with the VF kit. I was making, where I am, altitude is about 27,000 feet. I was doing about 5 psi was my boost. So this will bump me up to 12 to 13 pounds of boost. So for size reference, here is the original VF pulley, and here's the new pulley. So you can definitely see it is a lot smaller. So making that boost, and in order to doing the new fuel injectors, new fuel pump, smaller pulley. With all that said, that's all that's different from the previous build, and the most important thing that is different is what's inside. So the internals itself are upgraded. So the valves are upgraded, and so is the rods, the piston rods. So yes, so my goal with this, what I'm planning to do is about, I think I mentioned this but I don't remember, but I'll say it anyways. It's like around like the 500 to 550 wheel horsepower. So in that range is what my goal is where my contentment is. I say that, but who knows, maybe later in the line I want to push it some more and I'll probably be like, man, I should have gotten E85, even though I said I don't want to do E85. But for right now, I'm gonna be happy with 500 to 550, 525 maybe wheel horsepower is my goal with this new build, with the new version, Supercharger version 2. With all of that being said, there are two more things that's going to be different with this build compared to the first part of the build. So the first thing is, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I talk about the reason why I got a hole in the block is because it got hydro locked. And the reason why I got hydro locked is my air filter sits right down here, and when it was raining it just sucked up the water like a straw and blew a hole. So what I want to do now is do a different, still do the cold air intake, but what I want to do, I'm actually copying this idea from what I saw on the B6 B7 Facebook page. So somebody put a it's been done before, but this time I was like, it's a pretty smart idea for me to do this. So pretty much put like some type of a heat wall right here, some type of sheet metal, and put the air, separate it from the air and the engine, and put like these kind of rubber seals. I can't think off the top of my head. And where the fog light is, have like a little funnel, that funnels up into here, and this is where the new air filter position is going to be. So that is change number one is going to be one of the changes that's going to be different. The next change I want to do is put vents on the hood. I still don't know where I'm going to be making the cuts. Let me see if I can pull the hood down without crushing my expansion tank. Put that off to the side. Make sure I'm not crushing anything. Here, let me just move this to the side. Last thing I want to do is break something. I think I already done enough damage as it is already, so look, I already have it kind of out. Can't really see it, it's kind of dusty, but what I want to do is I want to put some vents right here and right here. I'm still going back and forth if I want to put like a vent right here. So I have one vent here, second one here, and the third one here, or just have just these two vents right there and then leave this one out. Obviously right now is the good time to do it, because if I'm going to be drilling a hole, pretty much drilling a hole here, you know, and I'm not getting anything on the engine, so I might leave the hood vents till the very end of the whole build process. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I plan on doing for this build to get it up and running. And then obviously there's the, once the engine's in the car, the break-in process, and I'll go into more detail when that time comes. So pretty much this video is just going to be just, you know, what I just showed you, the new reveal. It finally arrived, the parts that came in, the next steps, what I want to do with the car, changes, modifications that compared to the previous build. And yeah, so and again, I'll go into more detail when I start doing those steps. So right now, my step right now is to remove the engine off of this pallet so I can park my car inside this bay, put it off to the side, and yeah. So that's pretty much the end of this video. And right before I end, if you're just now watching this video, and you have unfamiliar, what the heck just happened? What happened to with Hydrolock? How did I blow a hole in my previous block? I want to post the links to all the series that leads up to this video right here, so you can kind of familiarize yourself and just catch up with everything that I have gone through. To pretty much to summarize it is, I talk about what happened to the car, removing the supercharger kit, removing the engine, you know, and then taking the engine apart, diagnosing, okay, what parts got damaged, what didn't get damaged, and then yeah, and then just getting all this stuff, you know, ordered and whatnot for the next build and all this stuff. So that's pretty much to summarize everything that leads up to this video. And again, I'll post all that link down below, and hopefully if you do watch those videos, and if you have been watching those videos, I hope they have been very educational to familiarize yourself with this platform, and hopefully you guys are learning something new, just as I'm learning new stuff as I go with this build process. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.